vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha. Sarvadharman parityajya mamekam sharanam vraja. Aham tvam sarva papebhyo mokshayishyami ma shuchaha.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः
बोलो.
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः
सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य
मामेकं शरणं व्रज
त्वं सर्वपापेभ्यो
मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः सर्वधर्मान् परित्यज्य मामेकं शरणं व्रज अहं त्वां सर्वपापेभ्यो मोक्षयिष्यामि मा शुचः
Abandon all varieties of religion and just surrender unto me. I shall deliver you from all sinful reactions. Do not fear. The Lord has described various kinds of knowledge and process of religion. Knowledge of the Supreme Brahman, knowledge of the Super Soul, knowledge of the different types of orders and status of social life, knowledge of the renounced order of life, knowledge of non-attachment, sense and mind control, meditation, etc. He has described in so many ways different types of religion. Now in summarizing Bhagavad Gita, the Lord says that Arjuna should give up all the process that have been explained to him. He should simply surrender to Krishna. That surrender will save him from all kinds of sinful reactions, for the Lord personally promises to protect them. In the 7th chapter, it was said that only one who has become free from all sinful reactions can take to the worship of Lord Krishna. Thus, one may think that unless he is free from all sinful reactions, he cannot take to the surrendering process. To such doubts, it is here said that even if one is not free from all sinful reactions, simply by the process of surrendering to the Sri Krishna, he is automatically freed. There is no need of strenuous effort to free oneself from sinful reactions. One should unhesitatingly accept Krishna as the supreme savior of all living entities. With faith and love, one should surrender unto him. The process of surrender to Krishna is described in Haribhakti Vilas. Anukulasya sankalpaha pratikulasya varjanam rakshayiti iti vishvaso goptrutve varanam tatha atmanikshepa karpanye sadvida sharanagati. According to the devotional process, one should simply accept such religious principles that will lead ultimately to the devotional service of the Lord. One may perform a particular occupational duty according to his position in the social order. But if by executing his duty one does not come to the point of Krishna consciousness, all his activities are in vain. Anything that does not lead to the perfectional stage of Krishna consciousness should be avoided. One should be confident that in all circumstances, Krishna will protect him from all difficulties. There is no need of thinking how one should keep the body and the soul together. Krishna will see to that. One should always think himself of helpless and should consider Krishna the only basis for his progress in life. As soon as one seriously engages himself in devotional service to the Lord in full Krishna consciousness, at once he becomes freed from all contamination of material nature. There are different processes of religion, purificatory process by cultivation of knowledge, meditation in the mystic yoga system, etc. But one who surrenders unto Krishna does not have to execute so many methods. That simple surrender unto Krishna will save him from unnecessarily wasting time. One can thus make all progress at once and be freed from all sinful reactions. One should be attracted by the beautiful vision of Krishna. His name is Krishna because he is all attractive. One who becomes attracted by the beautiful, all-powerful, omnipotent vision of Krishna is fortunate. There are different kinds of transcendentalists. Some of them are attached to the impersonal Brahman vision. Some of them are attracted by the super soul feature, etc. But one who is attracted to the personal feature of the Supreme Personality of Godhead, and above all, one who is attracted by the Supreme Personality of Godhead as Krishna himself, is the most perfect transcendentalist. In other words, devotional service to Krishna in full Krishna consciousness is the most confidential part of knowledge, and this is the essence of the whole Bhagavad Gita. Karma yogis, empiric philosophers, mystics and devotees are all called transcendentalists, but one who is a pure devotee is the best of all. The particular words used here, Ma Shuchaha, don't fear, don't hesitate, don't worry, are very significant. One may be perplexed as to how one can give up all kinds of religious forms and simply surrender unto Krishna, but such worry is useless. Om Jnanatimirindasya Jnananjana Sarakaya Chakshurumritam Yena Tasmai Shri Namaha.
Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Rama
Okay. So, last time we were discussing a surrendering process. Like I mentioned, made a special point of saying that Krishna rejected 20 other Dharma Sutras and he gave one Dharma Sutra, that is surrender to Krishna. Right? So, what is the process of surrender? Right? So, Prabhupada quoted, Anukulasya Sankalpa, Pratikulasya Varjanam, Rakshayiti iti Vishvaso, Goptrutve Varnam Tatha, Atmanikshepa Karpanye, Sadvidha Sharanagati. We should accept a favorable position, favorable condition, right? And then reject unfavorable condition, situations. Sometimes what it means to be accept favorable condition, right? Going to the temple, associating with devotees, right? And associating with all this satsang, attending satsang programs, right? Going to the yatras in the association of devotees. These are all Anukulasya Sankalpa. Pratikulasya Vivarjanam. Prabhupada writes in one of the purports that if the family members are cooperating with you in Krishna consciousness, then it is okay. But if they are objecting, and if you are in a position to reject them, one should reject. Right? That is Pratikulasya Varjanam. So, all the situations where Atyahara Prayasascha, Prajalpa Niyamagraha, right? So all these things we should reject. Suppose if somebody, we should not do atyahar, right? Atyahar means eating too much, and also collecting too much money, unnecessarily we should discuss, accumulating money unless, which we cannot engage in Krishna's service, atyahara. And then prayasa means, Prabhupada writes that if you are capable, we should not imitate, like Prabhupada, all the souls, we have a capacity to render service to Krishna. Suppose if somebody is building a big temple, then he is getting a big name and fame. Oh, everybody is praising. Oh, he's building such a big temple, nice temple. Then I also think, oh, I also should build a temple. But I am not capable. Then somebody who is not capable of building a temple, if he tries to build a temple, then it becomes a prayasa. Ugra karma. Just like, for example, many people they suggest, that why don't you open a center, why don't you build a temple and all that, right? But it's not my cup of tea, most of the time I like to spend time reading. Suppose if you want to build a temple, then you have to manage workers, you have to manage devotees, then you have to do accounts, so many things, right, which is not to my liking. So why should I, so if I try to build a temple, then it is a prayasa, right, for me. So Prabhupada said, such unfavorable conditions we should reject. It's not that everybody can preach, or everybody can build temples, right? So I should do whatever I am good at. Not that I should imitate somebody because he's getting name and all that. समझ में आ रहा है? So you should know what is your capability, what are your limitations, what are your plus points. Then accordingly you should engage in service. Right? I know one devotee, he is part of IWF group. He was asked to preach in some place. He was unable to, in IWF there are so many groups who are collecting boys. They get credit. He is preaching very nicely. He is collecting so many boys, and this boy is under so much pressure. For his programs, nobody was coming. So I told him, it is not your nature. So do some other service. Right? So for him, preaching to IWF, youth preaching is prayasa. दरवाजा खोलो खोलो. You have seen one video, Twitter pe. One boy was doing something, and then cheetah I think entered. He just went out and then closed the door. Otherwise, खा लेता था उसको.
People inside.
No, he is the only one.
Sound is coming of people talking.
क्या देखते हो तुम? He is alone sitting there but doing something. Then he saw.
You are looking at your mobile.
He saw cheetah coming inside. Then immediately went out and then he closed the door. And then the forest people they came and rescued. Yeah. समझ में आया? So what is, we should find out what is favorable to my devotional service and what is unfavorable. Right? So you should be until, that's why Prabhupada said, In devotional service, you have to be intelligent. Somebody's nectar is poison for me, right? So we should not imitate others. You should find out what you are capable of doing. Then accordingly you should do it. Otherwise, it will become prayasa. Then rakshayiti iti vishvasa. This is the main, in Shiva Vaishnavas, they discuss about this point, that they discuss that Krishna is my only protector. We should have that confidence, Vishwas. Krishna is my only protector. We should not run to so many people for protection. Right? Prabhupada said, servant of everybody is servant of none. Right? So, fasting? Nirjala? Ekadasi? So, Prabhupada says that Krishna is providing to even atheistic people, and Krishna is providing to all the animals in the forest. So, why would he not protect his devotee? Why would he not supply to his devotee who is rendering service to him favorably? Right? So that is why Lord Krishna appeared as Lord Nrsingadev, specially to protect his devotees from all dangerous situations. Right? That's why morning, afternoon and evening, every time we should always pray, offer prayers to Lord Nrsingadev. Right? All of you know the Nrsinga prayer? Somehow we should in my classes I don't sing, maybe after the kirtan, before we should sing Nrsinga prayer. Right? After the class is over, we should sing Nrsinga prayer. Right? All of you know the Nrsinga prayer? Namaste Narasimhaya. Huh? You sing every day? You chant? Huh? Namaste Narasimhaya. Huh? You chant every day? You chant? Then how Krishna will protect you? Right? Every day you should stand in front of the picture of Narsingh Bhagavan of Mayapur. Keep a picture of Narsingh Bhagavan, Mayapur Narsimha, and then chant. Om Namo Bhagavate Narsimhaya. Namak Tejas Tejase. Namo Avirbhava. Vajranaka Vajradamstra. Karma Sayam Randaya. Grasa Tamasa Tama Grasa. Om Swaha. Abhayam Atmani Bhuyishta. Om Shraum. You can learn this. You want to learn? Huh? Om Shraum. बोलो ओम नमो भगवते नरसिंहाय। नमः तेजस तेजस आविर्भव आविर्भव वज्रणक वज्रदंष्ट्र कर्मसयं रंधय रंधय तमस तमः ग्रस ग्रस ओम श्रौं अभयम अभयम आत्मनि भूयिष्ठ नहीं नहीं ओम स्वाहा दैट इज ओम स्वाहा दैट इज तमः ग्रस ग्रस ओम स्वाहा अभयम अभयम आत्मनि भूयिष्ठ ओम श्रौं found that verse. Fifth canto, prayers by Jambudvipa, residents of Jambudvipa. So why we should pray to Lord Nrsimhadev for protection? Huh? Because? Yeah, he's ready-made God. Right? For Vishnu, he has to come from Vaikuntha. But Lord Nrsimhadev is already present. Right? That is why before leaving, I was staying in one devotee's house, Malayali devotee's house. Her, I think maybe 2.5, 3 years daughter, old daughter, Pavitra. Her name is Pavitra. So, so he used to take me around in the car, in his car. So sometimes that girl used to come for the programs we used to go. As soon as we sit in the car, she would start chanting, Namaste Narsimhaya. Etna so sweetly she would sing. Namaste Narsimhaya. Like that. As soon as you sit in the car, you should chant Narsimha prayer. Right? As soon as before you leave the home, you should remember Lord Nrsimhadev, right? Offer obeisances. Remember and pray to the Lord, please protect me from all dangers. Right? Anything can happen, right? So we should have that vishwas that the Lord will protect me, right? Tadyachya manyus asuras hatastvayadhyaya modet sadarapi vrishchika sarpahatya lokamscha nivritamitim pratiyanti sarve rupam nasimha vibhayaya janasmaranti. This is the prayer by Prahlad Maharaj, 7th canto, 9th chapter. Right? So he is saying, Rupam Nasimha Vibhayaya Janasmaranti. My dear Lord, people when they are in danger, they remember your form. Right? He is predicted. Prahlad Maharaj, Satyuga. So that like that. So please give up your anger. A sadhu is satisfied, he is happy when a scorpion and snake are killed. Now all the people, now the Hiranyakashipu was dead. I am also very happy. Don't think I am upset because he was my father. I am very happy that you killed him. You are angry because he tortured me. Now it is over. So please, now he is gone, please give up your anger. Manyu means anger. Tadyachya manyus asuras hatastvayadhyaya. Now you killed him. So you give up your anger. Lokamscha nivritamitim. All these devtas and all, they are waiting. There is a form called Shanta Narasimha, So that Narasimha is Ugra Narasimha. Very ferocious. Everybody is scared. Lakshmi Devi is also scared. Everybody is afraid. But there is a Prahlad Narasimha. Prahlad Narasimha means Shanta Narasimha. In Ahobilam, in the down, the temple is there. That is Shanta Narasimha. Right? Shanta Narasimha. Yes. Yeah. But I am saying Shanta means he is not Ugra. He is peaceful, he is not angry. So that form, so he is saying, Prahlad Maharaj is saying. So then he is saying that, my dear Lord, your form will be remembered when people are in danger. Right? So we should have that faith that Lord Nrsimhadev will protect me, Krishna will protect me. So Krishna's protection is of different types. Prabhupada said, sometimes Krishna will protect the Atma all the time. For all of us, he will never allow us to become degraded. Right? So that much protection is assured for all of us. We will not go down to an animal species, or will not become pishachas and rakshasas. So we will get Unnata Sthiti only. How many of you offer agarbatti every day? You don't offer? Every day you should offer agarbatti, lamp, and flowers, pushpa. So when somebody burns offers an agarbatti, fragrant agarbatti to the Lord, how much time agarbatti was burning? That many thousands of years he will stay in Uttama Lokas, Urdhva Lokas. Just imagine, where I will go. Every day 3 agarbattis I offer. 20-25 साल हो गए, 28 years. Yeah, that's what I am saying. Urdhvalokam is higher planets. So we are protected. Sometimes Krishna protects the body of the devotee if he thinks that it is required. Right? Sometimes Krishna allows us to die. He may not protect. Right? So we should not protest. He is such a devotee. Why he got killed in accident or whatever. So it doesn't matter. This Krishna always will protect the soul. For some time, for some people, he will protect both the body and the soul. Last week I was mentioning about one devotee, Bhakti Sudhakar Narayan Das. You heard? You remember? So that devotee, Prabhupada said, when two devotees, two Vaishnavas, they fight, one should not support one party. One should remain neutral. It's an offense to support one devotee and castigate other devotee. One should not make groups and all. It's an offense, Vaishnava Aparadha. So this, when ISKCON was, that Gaudiya Math was split, between two groups, Anant Vasudev and Pujya Bihari Das. So that time, Bhakti Sudhakar Narayan Das, he is supporting one group. So he is very dear to Srila Bhaktisiddhanta. He done such nice service. So Prabhupada, he died very early. He died very early. So Srila Prabhupada commented that Krishna took him away so that he would not commit any further offenses. So that like that, Krishna may take our body. Anyway, it doesn't matter. Body to jana hi hai, right? But sometimes Krishna will protect the body also. Like Bhagavan, Prabhupada ji, when he had a heart attack, so he gave He was, Prabhupada said, I was almost dead for few minutes. Then Lord Nrsimhadev revived me. Then Prabhupada gave a prayer, first time Narsinga prayer he gave to the devotees. He said, please chant whole day. Then pray to Lord Nrsimhadev that, my dear Lord, our spiritual master has not fulfilled his mission yet. So please protect him. Right? So they are all chanting. Like in 2008, when His Holiness Jabatak Maharaj, he was attending meeting and all, he had a stroke and all. We went to, he was in coma for many days actually. So we went to see him in Hinduja hospital. He's completely. So nobody expected that, he would, because all the doctors, Hinduja doctors, they have given up their hands. He said, he will not survive. But Krishna had some other plan. So all the devotees all over the world, they prayed. Right? Continuously they were chanting, Narsinga prayer. They would keep his photograph and then continuously for 12 hours they were chanting in the temple. And then all over the world they were chanting. Wherever temples are there. So Krishna felt that Maharaj had a desire that he would finish, he wanted to see the TOVP project. So Krishna protected his body also, right? Krishna protected. So it is up to him, like that. So there is one more Maharaj, he died in accident. So Krishna chose not to protect his body. So but Rakshayati iti Vishwasa, but Krishna will definitely protect the soul. So protecting the soul means? Yeah. He would not let us forget Krishna. Right? Just like he protected Maharaj Bharat when he became a deer. Even though he became a deer, he didn't forget Krishna. Like that. So that is required, protecting the soul is more important than protecting the body. Of course, sometimes for relatives and all, it is very important. Right? Oh, please protect. Right. Sometimes, if the person is suffering so much, we should actually, let it go. But if somebody is become a vegetable, so what is the use of praying to Krishna, please protect him, right? If he should go, better he goes, get a new body, like that. So we should have that faith. There is a in this surrender process, the most Ramayana is known as Sharanagati Gadya. Ramanuja explained that Ramayana is Sharanagati Gadya. Right? So in each and every kanda, Bal Kanda, Ayodhya Kanda, Aranya Kanda, Kishkinda Kanda, and Yuddha Kanda, Sundara Kanda, Sundara Kanda, and then Yuddha Kanda. All the Kandas, there is a devotee who has surrendered to Ramchandra. Right? So in Balkanda, who? Vishwamitra Muni. In Ayodhya Kanda? Huh? Yeah, Bharat Maharaj, Lakshman, Sita ji. Huh? That Guha, that. Huh? Nishad Raj. Right? Then in Aranyakanda, maybe it is a very important Kanda. It is a liberation Kanda, because Ramchandra delivered so many of them in Ayodhya, in Aranyakanda. But the most prominent who has surrendered to Ramchandra is Shabari. Right? But he surrendered. There are many people who have surrendered, like all the sages of Dandakaranya. They have surrendered to Lord Ramchandra. Right? And the most prominent thing that they discuss, Shiva Vaishnavacharyas, Aranyakanda, is Kakasura, Jayant, who came, as a crow, and then he was pricking at the chest of Sitaji, and then here Ramchandra released Brahmastra on that, on that crow, right? And then that crow went all over the world, right? All over the world. So Shiva Vaishnavas, they describe, Acharyas, they describe that crow, then he became very tired. Then they suggested, you surrender to Ramchandra only. Without mercy of Sitaji, nobody can surrender to Ramchandra. Then Sitaji, that crow came, and then he was unable to anyway further. Then Sitaji took that crow and kept him at the lotus feet of Ramchandra. Right? So that is the most prominent surrender process happened in Aranyakanda. Then Kishkinda Kanda, Sugriva, right? Sugriva, Hanuman. Aranyakanda, it right? Then Sundarakanda, Sundarakanda is Vibhishan, in Sundarakanda only Vibhishan. Yeah. So like that, this Ramayana is known as Sharanagati Gadya. Teaches us how to surrender to the Lord. Right? I will briefly explain. Vibhishan surrender. No, this is the surrender of Ramayana. Not only in Ramayana, the entire universe. Means in the history, this is the most important, most wonderful episode of somebody surrendering to the Lord. Right? So Vibhishan, he was actually Dharmatma, and then he was always advising. He was always advising Ravanasur that you should not hanker for other men's wives. So many women are available. Why are you other man's wife? Right? There is one verse in the 9th chapter Bhagavad Gita. Apiche suduracharo bhajate mam ananyabhat. You know this verse? Huh? You heard? Apiche suduracharo. You know this verse? Sadhureva samantavya samyak vyavasito hi saha. Kshipram bhavati dharmatma shashvat chantim nigacchati kaunte pratijanihi name bhakta pranashyati. So Vishwanath Chakravarti says, what is this durachara? Okay. Durachara means this kind of illicit sex affairs. So so that he became a durachari. So it is the duty of Dharmatma, whether somebody is following or not, he should give advice. So he was giving advice continuously. So one day there was he told one thing, that Hanuman came and burned the Lanka and all that. So Vibhishan told, ever since Sita came, all inauspicious things are happening. What did he say? Huh? Yeah. Remember this sentence. I will tell you what is the significance of this sentence. Then Indrajit and all, they have insulted him in the Sabha. Then he said, Kayar hai, Nailayak hai, and all that. Then Vibhishan kept his crown at the feet of Ravanasur. Then Ravanasur kicked it. Then he, along with 3 other ministers, 4 of them, they left everything. They didn't carry any paraphernalia. They didn't pack anything, any suitcase. Kam aayega. Huh? He just left everything and said, I am going. Right? So when Hanuman visited Lanka, he did not burn the house of Vibhishan, because he understood that he is a Dharmatma. He is a devotee of Lord Ramchandra. Because when these 3 brothers, they did tapasya, one asked immortality and all that, all the powers. Another asked nidra, he wanted to ask Indrasan. But Saraswati sat on his tongue. Then he made him tell Nidrasan. That's why he had to sleep. But Vibhishan, he asked, let me remain truthful, let me remain dharma, follow dharma. I want to become a devotee of Vishnu. So ever since he was a devotee of Krishna, Ramchandra. So then his Sugrivan, all this, what's his name? Vali's son? Angad and all, they saw, they were waiting. They on the other side of the ocean. Ramchandra, he was actually camped. Then they were contemplating how to cross this ocean with all this army. He was contemplating. At that time, Vibhishan came in the So they have mystic powers. So they flew across, and they were staying in the. Very nice. I will. Radha Mataji sent some note. In the days when there was no Rath Yatra in Los Angeles, the devotees used to travel en masse to San Francisco to attend Rath Yatra. One morning when Prabhupada came down to the temple at his usual time, there were only a handful of devotees remaining, since most of them had already gone to San Francisco. Earlier that morning, someone had thrown a pipe bomb into the temple room through the back door. The bomb had exploded, shaken the building, and a few devotees had been cut with small pieces of sharpenel. Prabhupada sat on the Vyasasan and said that he was now going to teach them a new mantra. He then taught the devotees the Nrsimha mantras, beginning with the words Namaste Narasimhaya. He went over the words with them several times, and then they sang it together. Prabhupada remarked on this occasion that as his movement was now growing, the demons were becoming more envious. He said that as the Krishna consciousness movement grew, there would be attacks, but the devotees should not be afraid and should not stop from pushing on. They should chant these mantras to Lord Nrsingadev. Lord Nrsingadev will always protect us, said Prabhupada. Prabhupada also approved that these mantras be sent out all his ISKCON centers for the devotees to chant. Thank you, Mataji. Nice. She was hearing carefully. Actually, I didn't prepare to speak on Nrsingadev protecting, but Lord inspired me to speak, and then it came. See? Actually, today I didn't get time to prepare because some friends came, and then anyway. So I was. I remember this. So he was. Angad told, "You wait." Sugriva told, "You wait. Don't come down. No, you don't come down. We will consult Ramchandra and come back and let you know whether you can come down or not." He was actually king's brother, and he was almost like a king, but it was an insult to him to keep him waiting like that instead of allowing him, immediately. Why this insult has happened? Because one Acharya, Shiva Vaishnava Acharya says that because he told this sentence. Which sentence? Yeah, it's an offense to say that. She is Lakshmi Devi. How she can bring inauspiciousness? Right? Even to say, sometimes words, we should use the words properly. That's why he had to endure this humiliation of waiting in the sky for a long time before he was asked to come down. Right? Anybody remembers? I narrated a pastime of Sitaram Lakshmana deities of Tirupati temple. In Tirupati temple. Anyway, I will tell you. So then there was a conference took place. Ramchandra Bhagavan, Lakshman, right? And Sugriva, Angada, Jambavan, and Hanuman. Right? Hanuman. So Ramchandra asked everybody, what is your opinion, whether we should accept his surrender, accept him in our camp or not. Lakshman said, how can he do that? Whatever it is, it is a war time, war is going to approach. Now it's in a crisis situation. He should not leave his brother like that. Right? So there is a famous statement by Lord Ramchandra. What did he say? No. What did he say? Huh? Huh? Ramchandra, what did he say? No, no. हर भाई भरत जैसा नहीं होता है लक्ष्मण. It is a very famous statement by Lord Ramchandra. Every brother is not like. क्या सुनते हैं आप लोग? This is a very famous dialogue, sentence spoken by Lord Ramchandra. Every brother is not like Bharat. Then there is a discussion. Now we cannot go. Why he didn't say every brother is not like Lakshman? Right? Huh? Anybody? Why he didn't say? See, Lakshman has got, he has got nothing to lose, But Maharaj Bharat, he was offering his kingdom. It was given on a platter to him, the whole opulent kingdom of Ayodhya, Kaushal Desh. He was, unmatched, unrivaled king, Chakravarti. He is rejecting that offer and is saying, it is yours. Right? It is yours. So that is a very great sacrifice than Lakshman's. That is why Ramchandra said, remember, what did he say? Huh? All brothers are not like? Huh? Yeah.
Because he said no for Vibhishan.
Yeah, Lakshman raised this point. Under such crisis, how can he leave his brother and come? Whatever it is, he should stay with his brother. Lakshman suggested. What kind of a brother he is? Yeah, he was criticizing. But Lakshman is saying this is a crisis situation. In such a crisis, you should not have left like that. Anyway, that is his opinion. So then what did Ramchandra say? Huh? Huh? All brothers are not like? My dear Lakshman, all brothers are not like? So Lakshman would have felt, why you didn't take my name? Because I was 14 years I was serving. Right? Like that. Then Sugriva also said the same thing. What kind of brother is? How can he give up his brother? Then Ramchandra said, look who is talking. Huh? Look who is talking. Angada said, maybe he had come for spying and all. It's very dangerous. In Ramayana, three people, they think alike. And their process is same. They are Ramchandra, Sitaji and Hanuman. They think alike. So Hanuman said, my dear Lord, you are all independent Supreme Personality of Godhead. Right? You are just asking, but you will do whatever you want. You are completely independent. But my suggestion is, we should accept. Then Ramchandra said, then There is a lot of, he told some stories and all that. Then he said, Sakrudeva prapannoyas tavasmiti achate abhayam sarvadat sarvabhuteshu dadamyetad vratam mama. You can remember this verse. This is called Ramayan Charama Shloka. क्या बोलते हैं? Charama Shloka of Ramayana. You know, these many of the acharyas, they discuss that it is very, very difficult. You know, what is the difference between Krishna and Rama? You know, Krishna, right from the birth, he showed his Bhagavattata. Bhagavatta means that, you know, the way he took birth also, even in the womb also, everybody is coming and offering prayers. The demigods offered prayers. You know, it is called Garbhastuti, right? But for Ramchandra, it did not happen like that. Nobody knew that Rama is God, you know, Kaushalya is giving birth to God, like that. But everybody knew that Devaki is giving birth to God, the Supreme Personality of Godhead. Everybody. So right from the childhood, the birth itself is Krishna's, you know, showing his Bhagavattata. Right? Anybody remembers that verses? Tam adbhutam balakam ambujekshanam chaturbhujam shanka gadayudayudam srivatsalakshmam galashobhikostubham pitambarasand payodashaubhagam maharha vaidurya kirita kundalam tvisha parishvakta sahasra kundalam Uddhama Kanchana Kankananganam Virochamanam Vasudeva Aikshata. Anybody remember? Yeah? Very beautiful verses. Every day, you know, these three verses, you say these verses and for few minutes or few seconds, meditate. You know, Krishna appearing in the jail cell of Devaki and Vasudeva, and then you just meditate that Krishna appeared in your heart in this form. Right? Every day you do. I do every day. I chant these three verses, and then for a few minutes I visualize the entire scene. Vasudeva and Devaki, and then the jail cell, and then there is a light. The whole jail cell is lighted up, and then Krishna appeared in this form. Tam adbhutam balakam ambujekshanam. Just so Krishna will appear just like Krishna came to protect the sadhus. Paritranaya sadhuna vinashaya cha dushkritam dharma samsthapanarthaya sambhavami yuge yuge. So one acharya explains that in the same way, whenever you remember Krishna, Krishna appears in your heart, and then he will protect your good qualities. Then he will kill your demoniac qualities. That is the meaning behind Janma Tattva. You know, that's why we should remember this Janma of Krishna every day, and then pray to the Lord that, my dear Lord, please appear in my heart and then destroy all my durgunas. Right? One should be contemplative, you know. The devotee should be contemplative. One should not waste one's time. Anyway, time is running out. So remember this verse. Sakradeva, boliye? Prapannoyas Tavasmiti achate Abhayam sarvabhuteshu Dadamyetat vratam mama. Acha. So Ramchandra, he was hiding himself that he is not God. Otherwise, you know, that is the condition for to kill Ravanasur. If anybody comes to know that Rama is God, you know, if Ravanasur comes to know, then Rama cannot kill him. That was the benediction he got. But here in this verse, Ramchandra exhibited his Bhagavattata. Right? Exhibited his Bhagavattata. That he is saying that even if once Sakrit means once. Even if once that somebody says that, oh Rama, I am yours. Tavasmiti yachate. There are two words, abhayam sarvada tasmai, abhayam sarvabhuteshu. Abhayam means I am giving this abhaya, fearlessness to that all living entities are all the time. This is my vow. So Ramchandra, on that day, he has taken a vow that anybody who comes and tells in front of Lord Ramchandra that my dear Lord, today onwards I am yours even once. Ramchandra has taken a vow to give Abhaya Pradhan. Then there is a Pushpa Vrishti, Pura, universe, worlds, they were shaken by bold declaration of Ramchandra that hey, suno, everybody, Abhayam Sarvada Tasya. I am declaring that even if somebody wants Sakrit, they come and tell me that I am yours. Right? So that's why we should come and tell, oh Radharaswari, I am yours. Right? Right? Then our philosophy is Krishna is mine. So in the beginning we say I am yours. After some time we say you are mine. Anyway, I will next time I will come after I come back from Mayapur. I will explain more. Sunday, 1 week. Okay, then he said, what to speak of Vibhishan? Even if Ravanasur comes and surrenders, I will forgive him and I will give him shelter. Right? So Vibhishan, then they said, call him. Right? So Vibhishan Sharanagati, he said, my dear Lord, I have so many bad qualities. I am born in a Rakshas family, mode of ignorance and passion. I lived with sinful people. I myself is a very sinful person. My dear Lord, I have heard about your magnanimity. Please don't look at my bad qualities and accept my surrender. Right? He just offered a complete surrender. Then Ramchandra said, get up, O Lankesh. O Lankesh. Everybody was shocked. Lankesh is Ravanasur, na? He said only for 10 days. So the war took place for 10 days, He'll be there for another 10 days. That's it. So this is Vibhishan Sharanagati, is very famous episode all over the universe. So we should remember, because Abhayam, Shiva Vaishnavas, they say that Abhayam Sarvabhuteshu, because Abhayam Sarvabhuteshu means any living entity can surrender to Ramchandra. Not that somebody is low caste or somebody is born in Rakshas family. Somebody is, nobody is disqualified from Prabhupada quoted this verse where, Prabhupada quoted this verse, Satya Vratam Satya Param Trisatyam Satyasya Yonim Nihitam Cha Satye Satyasya Satyam Nrita Satya Netram Satyatmakam Tvam Sharanam Prapadye. So first word is Satya Vratam. So Prabhupada writes, in the purport, 10th canto, 3rd chapter, I think 27th verse or something like that. Famous verse. What is, I many times I told, what is the most beautiful verse in the whole entire Bhagavatam? This verse. Satyavratam, Satyaparam, Trisatyam. Jiva Goswami said. Then he said, so Satyavratam, Prabhupada writes comments that Krishna, then he quoted this verse, Sakradeva Prapannayas. Ramchandra has taken a vow that Satyavratam, he's Satyavratam. He will never go back on his vow of protecting the devotees, because he has taken a vow that anybody who comes and tells that my dear Krishna, my dear Ramchandra, from today I am yours. So they have taken a vow to protect us forever. So this is Ramayana Charma Shloka, Vibhishan Sharanagati. Right? After we come back, we will discuss Draupadi Sharanagati. Okay? Thank you. ISKCON Youth Forum.